Thomas Edison was to appoint Theodore Wharton as the first director of photography for the Calum Film Company of New Jersey. Within the next 5 years, Theodore Wharton began working for the Chicago-based S&A Film Company. In 1912, the S&A Film Company sent Wharton to Cornell University to film a Cornell football game. While here in Ithaca, Wharton was so impressed with the local scenery, he vowed to return to Ithaca to continue shooting films for S&A. He was given that chance 1 year later, returning that summer, 1913, with his own crew and actors and the S&A Film Company blessings. During the summer months, many 1- and 2-reel films were produced by S&A's Special Eastern Company. In September 1913, Ted Wharton left Ithaca and the S&A Film Company, heading to the Badlands of South Dakota to direct factual recreations of 4 major Indian battles, with the technical assistance of Buffalo Bill Cody and the U.S. Cavalry at the government's request. Upon completion of this project, Wharton returned to Ithaca with his brother Leopold to establish his own film studios. Ithaca wasn't the only small town hoping to benefit from the growing film production industry. In April of 1914, the Wharton Brothers incorporated, thus establishing a permanent studio effective May 1st of that year. The Whartons agreed to label all the films produced here as Made in Ithaca, New York, putting Ithaca on the map. The Whartons produced several feature films during the 1914 season. Also by this time, Ithaca-made films were being shown at local theaters to overflow crowds. Many Ithacans were now participating in the Whartons films as extras. Distribution of the Whartons films was controlled by a French company, Pathé Frères. With war just breaking out in Europe, it was feared that this would halt film production here in Ithaca. However, just the opposite was the case. European studios were shut down, and the demand for feature films increased the Whartons' production.
We are now approaching the Stewart Avenue Bridge, built in 1899 to improve the trolley line that served Cornell Heights. A silent film made by the Wharton Studios immortalized the bridge in a scene in which a runaway trolley plunged 200 feet into the gorge below, the hero jumping to safety just in the nick of time.
And you can see that there was probably about 2,000 people that viewed this spectacle, and you can see them up here on other trolleys and on top, and there's a film crew right here with a camera rolling. This is the results of number 305 going over the bridge for the movie. As you can see, quite flattened car, and this is the one they threw over the gorge, and he's going to zoom up on the set of wheels, which I have in my front yard now.
In August of 1914, the Pathé players arrived in Ithaca to enact scenes in the Perils of Pauline. They were allowed the use of Wharton Studios. The Perils of Pauline introduced the world to the cliffhanger technique of filmmaking, leaving the audience hanging until the next episode appeared in the theaters. At the same time, newspapers excited readers with colorful stories that turned the delightful and daring heroine of the series into a larger-than-life matinee idol. This technique proved to be very successful, and it catapulted Pearl White into movie stardom.